Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am here with my latest Joann haul. So you can see here that I've basically got 4 planners. They're not planners, they're guided journals, but I've picked up these 4 things from Joann recently. I have been trying to find these 4 items for a while, and this is good time because I actually was trying to make a decision on my budget planning for April and decided to stop by Joann's to see if they had some of the spring release stuff out. Couldn't find anything, but I did find these. They were on a random end cap, not in the planner section, so just pro tip, look around the store basically for like random end caps where they might put other stuff. But this was finally out. It finally got released at my Joann's, so this is the winter release, but my Joann's is very slow apparently. But I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about like what I'm planning to use these for and flip through them really quickly. I know there are multiple flip throughs out there, but I'm really excited to see these in person. I did go on the hunt for these like right around the winter release. You can see I have 4 of them, and the reason I went on the hunt for them is because of these chalk covers. I really love the style of it, and I do have the other 2 that were released a little bit earlier. One kind of, I guess, was like officially released with the winter release, but it was like a black cover that is the recovery layout, again a guided journal, and then there was the guided journal that had the yellow cover, and that was the very first release that they had, and it says Hello Happy on it. So basically now I've got 6 of these covers, and I do have a project in mind for what I'm going to do with it. And just for the sake of like moving through this fairly quickly, I'm just going to flip through it, like, just to show you what it looks like. Again, I know there are other flip throughs of this, but I don't know if I can get this glued off. Okay, so this one is the Faith one, the Faith Guided Journal. It says Faith Over Fear, which I think is beautiful, right? And so with the guided journals, they've changed the format over time. Like there are some guided journals that are, I don't know, like just mostly like bullet journal style, which the Hello Happy was, and then some are like prompted journals. And so I think this one is a prompted journal. We'll see. All right, so this one says Praise Without Ceasing, and then it has prayers, and it has 7 days, and then so you can mark basically for the week your prayers, and then it says scripture reading for today. How does the word speak to me? I am seeing God's hand in today. I am finding hope in. What is one simple joy I experienced today? List 3 blessings today. And then it does rotate. I won't read all the prompts to you, but basically you get it should be 7 days, right? And so that's kind of the format there. And then it goes into this one, which is really cool, and I think this is one of the differences with the Faith journal, the guided journal. So the older versions had the like 7 days, but then now you get like a special kind of like set of pages for sermon notes, which is really cool. So this is sermon notes, speaker, topic, date, the key points, key verses, observations, question I have, summary, and then application. So it's still kind of sort of set up in the same, well, not really, it kind of is, but like it has kind of the soap format, but it's kind of restructured, and I really enjoyed this. I think this would work really well for just taking it to church or like to Bible study and just kind of using that. And then on the back you have more space, just lined pages to be able to write whatever you want to. And so then I think it just repeats at that point. Yeah, I think it just repeats. All right, so and then this one says God is a promise keeper, so I'll show you the dividers. More Jesus, more joy. Praying, believing, trusting, right? And that's it. Now, I got these. Oh, I guess I should have shown you the back of the dividers. There's not really anything super amazing about it, but this is the inside cover. It looks like that, and then the back is just plain blue. I'm trying to flip through it fairly quickly, but I did purchase all of them basically for the covers, but I'm really excited about getting more guided journals into my lineup, especially the ones that, like with the sermon notes, I feel like I could pull those out separately, and I might do a separate video breaking down these planners to pull out like what are like the more useful pieces for me. I hate to say it like that, but like the pieces that I would use in my planner, and then just kind of like show you how some of it you can kind of do your own thing with. Okay, and then this one is the other one that I'm excited about. This one is the budget guided journal, save now, spend later. I did have an older version of this one, which was one of the Disney ones that had Mickey and Minnie, and so I think some of it is similar to that, but again there are some changes they've made. They've basically either changed it or added stuff to it, and so I like that they're kind of keeping it fresh with the guided journals. I really like that. All right, so this one is like the page that's even before the dividers, and so this is I guess like more monthly and yearly stuff. So it says month 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then action steps. And so it gives you a quarter, which is I guess the 4 months here. And then you have a build schedule, which is really cool. Actually, I'm going to pull this out and use that. I didn't realize this came with it. I was planning like in January to make one of these, but now I can make like just use this one. So it's a bill schedule. You have all your bills and you can list the due dates, and then you can just mark when it gets paid. And so you can use this basically for your monthly bills, although you can break it down and use it weekly. You just have to kind of leave yourself extra lines for that. But you can use it to track your monthly bills and just make sure that it is coming out of your balance. And then there's dot grid on the back of that one. And then this one is a debt tracker. Debt fluctuates, and that's okay. By logging your payments and transactions, it will show you what's going on with your accounts at a glance. And then it gives you just all the things that you need to do to track your debt. And so you get enough for, I think, 4 accounts. Yes, 4 accounts. And then this is a savings tracker. And again, very similar, where it gives you enough for, well, actually this only gives you enough for 2. And then there's a budget review here for the 4 months. So I think that's really cool that there's like some kind of like introductory or like beginning material before you dive into the guided journal itself. So this one says plan to save. Right, and then for the month up, so this one is like a monthly page, I guess, right? So what event or circumstance is coming up this month that you know you will need to spend money on? What can you do to adjust and save? Things you want, things you actually need, right? What can you give up, say no to, or let go of this month, right? And so then that's the monthly. And then here is like, this is very similar to like the budget planner. So that's really cool. I like that. And it gives you a chance to kind of map out your monthly budget. There's a no spend tracker for, I guess, 2 items. Yeah. And then here's your weekly expenses. And this is really cool because this is basically a modified form of the budget planner. So this is like really useful. Plus it has some like beginning information, or like these beginning pages that are not included in the budget planner. So I find that this is actually like, this is to me much more useful than the actual budget planner. Like I don't really need a monthly like spread, but I do need some of these other things. So I think this is to me more useful. Right, then here it says today's date. Where did you see temptation today? How did you overcome it? Small victories. This one says reminder, you can and you will. And then there's a daily gratitude section. This one doesn't say anything with budget, so you can actually use this for other things. You just kind of like, if these prompts don't work for you, you could just cover it. And then of course the prompts themselves kind of rotate, but I don't think that these are like really, well, some of them are like, this one says financial freedom, but if you cover that up, like it would be basically a gratitude journal, or just like a journal with like some prompts. So you could definitely use it just to journal out things. And so I guess you had enough for 7 pages, and it goes back in here to the weekly expenses, which is attached to one of these pages. So, I mean, you really, I think, could do some awesome things with this. All right. And so it again goes into that. And so that's pretty much the same setup there. Again, I think this is really useful, except for like, to me, the daily pages don't really match with like what I need for daily or like weekly planning. So like I probably would have to frank plan a couple of things together. Anyway, once you need less, you will have more. Right, and the divider's just kind of this plain back. All right, pay your future self first, right? With that on the back. A budget is about giving every dollar a purpose. And then the marbling on the back. All right, and then the cover here is very similar, I think, across all of these. They're kind of like these, like, I don't know what textured stone look, I guess. And then the back is this plain color. So yeah, again, I think there are pieces of this that are super useful. I kind of wish that it was just weekly expenses without the daily journaling in this one, but you know, you definitely could pull those out. I could definitely pull those out and use them just for actual journaling, like gratitude journaling or something else. All right, so that's the second one. This third one is the fitness one. Now I have to be honest, sorry for the noise, I am not a fitness person. I bought this basically for the cover, just to make sure that I had all of these covers. And I'm not a fitness person, like I said. So this cover to me, like I could use for like work or something else. That's kind of my thought, is to use it for work. But yeah, like I just don't do the fitness thing. And even if I did do the fitness thing, I think tracking it, like to me is, I don't know why, but I love food logging, but I just can't do like tracking food or like tracking my fitness, right? Remember why you started is this first one, right? And then it says week of 2 actions I can take to achieve my goal today. And then those are the 2 actions. What event or circumstance is coming up that might disrupt my routine? And then how can I prepare to stay on track? Habits to start, habits to stop. Who can I compliment and or encourage? And then there's space for like 3 habit trackers, which is really cool. Right, and then it basically goes into daily workout, meal tracker, hours slept, water intake, how am I feeling today, what temptations and or challenges, and these prompts do change over time, but what temptations or challenges did I face today? What did I do to overcome them? Then it says calories in, calories burned, and how did I do today? So again, like if I wanted to use this, I actually find this is like neutral, or like, you know, simple enough to cover some of these things up. Like if I don't want to, like for example, do a daily workout, I can certainly cover that up and just put my daily schedule. So there's some like adaptations that could like very easily happen with these pages to be able to use them. I don't think that they like scream like fitness, right? So again, they do change up, but you have 7 days worth of that. All right, and then here's the weekly recap. So how do I feel about my overall progress from the week, my proudest moment, what circumstance set me back, what can I do to improve on for next week, and then a note section, right? And then just blank here, and then it just repeats itself. And again, like I think that there are some pieces that I would definitely be able to use, and I actually really like this. It doesn't, to me, again, like really scream fitness like some of the previous fitness guided journals have been like. So this is, yeah, I didn't know what it looked like, and I think this is way more useful than I was expecting. All right, so positive energy, positive results is the second divider. Stop wishing, start working. I'm noticing that this is always like the third divider with this series, right? And that's the back. And then stronger than yesterday. So the marbling one is always the fourth one. So yeah, that's that. All right, and the back again is this kind of like speckled stone look, and this one actually has marbling on the back instead of just a plain color. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. All right, and then the last one is the goals one. I think start taking off some of the pieces on this one just to kind of flip through it in the store, I think. Anyway, this one says goal, plan, and repeat. And this is a goals layout, like it says right there. And so this is Goal Getter, and it's the marbling right here on the back, right? And this one, again, like some of these journals I've noticed had like weekly pages to start off with, and then some of these have like monthly pages, and then it goes into weekly and then daily. So you kind of had to pay attention to like how the journals are. But right, so this month's focus, this month's big goals, and you can kind of list that out. And then the reward here, I really love goal planning, so I'm excited about this one, right? Monthly habit tracker, and you have space for 3 habits, and then a note section, right? And then it dives into the weekly. So this is this week's goals, write a positive quote to follow this week, important due dates this week, how to list 3 things that can help you achieve your goal, list the things that inspire you, all right? And then like it goes into the daily pages, and I won't read the prompts, but basically you can kind of see you have your 7 days here, and then it goes into the week of, which looks different actually. Yeah, see, so this one looks different from this one. Okay, so this one is monthly goal check-in, 1 big milestone, 1 area to improve, right? And then it has like kind of this progress bar, so that's really cool, right? And then, okay, and then here is this week's goals, right? And then it goes into the 7 daily pages. All right, and then monthly goal check-in, this week's goals. I actually don't like it when like these pages are kind of like out of order. So like, just as an example, let me go back to right here. So this page right here, this week's goals, is right here on the left, but at the beginning it's on the right. I just really, so it just kind of like confuses me. All right, so anyway, that's just my own random note. All right, and then it has like, when it has kind of like that kind of weird flip-flopping back and forth, it does have like this blank note sheet. I have noticed that with guided journals. All right, and then here it says difficult doesn't mean impossible. All right, and then again, like it just kind of like flip-flops back and forth. I think I'm gonna break this one down just to kind of show you how I break that like these guided journals down to, again, be more useful for me. Right, dwell in possibility. And then the last divider, every morning you have 2 choices: continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. Right, that's a nice quote. I actually really love that. Right, and then the back cover looks like that. And then this is again like the plain like lilac color. Right, so I know that I'm like talking really fast and moving really quickly through this, but I know that there are multiple flip throughs of these, so you know, this is just my flip through of it. Basically what I've noticed is like they've changed the format of them. Some of it has stayed the same in terms of like having daily pages and weekly pages, but some of them have added like monthly and yearly pages even, so that's really super exciting about that. I'm excited about the covers. I hope they release a couple more, because I would love to have like maybe 2 or 3 more just to kind of like have a complete set. I would love to have 12 actually. Then I could use 1 a month. That would be perfect. Anyway, that's just me talking out loud. Happy planner, if you're watching this, just make 6 more of these. But anyway, I hope they do make more of these. I love guided journals. I love to use the pieces that work for me, and one of the benefits of the discount system is being able to pull things on and off. So definitely record probably maybe my next video, or sometime in April, I'll record a video about like how I break this down and what I'm going to be doing with some of this. But for sure, I know that for right now, I'll have to like, I'll probably break this down. Actually, I'm thinking about this out loud. I'll break this down because I want to use some of this for quarter 2 starting in April in my budget planning. So I'm going to break this one down and use some of these pieces in here, but I'll probably do that off camera. I might record my actual breakdown of this one just because this one might be one of those ones where like the pages flop back and forth, and so I'll just kind of talk about my opinion about those in a separate video. But yeah, this is this video. Again, small haul, but I did want to flip through it. I did say quick, but I don't think I was quick. It was just me flipping really fast and just talking really fast, but it was still a very long video. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're able to find things at your local stores. I love shopping in stores just because I'm able to like see it and touch it and feel it without like, and if I needed to, I could return it. But I love all of these, so I'm definitely keeping these. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.